Hey everyone, so we are about to start our next masterclass and we have a double yellow-headed Amazon coming as well as a budgie, so quite the pairing. But they both want to work on recall. This rarely happens where we have people attend a class who have the exact same goals for their birds. Normally it's completely offshoot. So I'm really excited. This is going to be Dave's jam.
And we interrupt this meal to bring to you. We've actually worked with Miriam, if I'm saying it right.
Miriam.
Through online consults for a while. So I'm super excited to see if some of the foundational stuff has been kept up on. And if it has, how much of an impact that has on getting the behaviors we want. So this is really savory and I'm kind of drooling as I'm talking.
What are you eating?
Protein bar. It's a really good one.
I was eating a protein bar.
Mine's better.
This is how we live on the road. Yours looks way better and caramely. Mine's lemon.
Yeah, and this one is delicious.
It's fine.
It's from First Form.
I'm not jealous. It's fine.
Yep. So recall training, here we go. Do you have any behavioral issues?
No. When I signed up, he was fighting a lot with my other budgie, or she, I guess, whatever. But just fixing sleep and diet completely solved that.
Sweet.
Yay.
Okay. That's the point of what we're doing, I guess. So that's cool.
No, you don't.
Try from the other side of the
Yeah.
You're asking that way. Yeah.
So, like, would...
Just show us your little
Yeah, so whatever tricks, if you need to do any kind of warm up and then do some flights, then I'd love to see that. My goal is I'd love to see what your flight training looks like so I can see what to fix or clean up or enhance or whatever.
Yeah. You spin?
Tiny.
No.
I'm so distracted.
Oh, and there he goes. Okay.
I thought he was gonna land on your head.
I wasn't sure. On the ground?
Yeah. What happened to you?
Oh, okay. Yeah. She's pretty flighty. Keep going. Keep going. Yes. It's a decision.
She don't even know it.
Yes. No. I'm thinking about it. There you go. Can you shake?
Aw.
It's close enough. Come. No.
So just be mindful to wait till she's totally done eating before you give the next cue.
Come.
So cute.
They are adorable.
How many flaps was that in a 12-inch jump?
Yes. No. Yes.
Just a little distracted.
What's going on?
Flasher my
Cool, so I see something real quick that I can explain. So when, so far I've seen you set everything up to where she succeeds. And one of the most important things to understand is that, I call it the participation trophy effect. Like, if everybody shows up and gets a trophy, why would somebody want to work harder to get first?
Sure.
Right? So in other words, we need to allow certain amounts of failures in a certain amount of repetition. So rather than on your next set, rather than holding out your hand and continuing to give the cue, and then I'm going to exaggerate it, 5 minutes later she makes a flight and you click, well, you just clicked for wait for 5 minutes and then come to me.
Yeah.
But if you're holding it for 5 minutes and then you're like, okay, you lost the opportunity, and you take it away for a moment, now she's going to be looking at it like, well, wait, where's the millet? How do I get that? When you come back the second time, you'll have a much faster response because you intentionally allowed failure.
Oh, okay.
So if she got second place on that one, the next time she's going to think, how do I work harder to get first place? In this next repetition, at the same distance you were just at, try to get a recall. And if you don't get in a pretty decent amount of time, I'm just going to have you kind of pause. And by pause, you're not changing everything by stepping back. You have the opportunity here, and you're just going to take the opportunity away for a second, turn a little bit to the side, and then when you're ready, you'll come back and you'll offer it again. And it might be about 20 seconds of waiting by taking your attention away for maybe 20 seconds before you reset and try again.
Right.
So let's just try a regular recall.
Come.
Good. Yep. So now just gonna wait for 10 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. Something that you could do on the next one to also help is just gonna flash the treat quickly, so she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm training." Now this time, let's take just a small step forward, so you're right back where you had left off before, where it was successful. You were a little closer than what those 2 attempts were.
Right.
So give that a try. Yeah.
Come.
Nice. So a rule that all my free flight students are probably tired of hearing is that when you experience failure, we push too far too fast. Go back to where it was last working well and slowly rebuild it from there. So let's see if you can get another recall.
You come. I don't remember what distance it is.
You're right about the same spot. And take away the opportunity. Okay, so the next one, you'll go and just flash the treat a little bit, reminder real quick.
Come. Yes.
She doesn't look super motivated.
There you go.
I also don't think it's like 100% trained because the only time she's done it is when the melod is in view.
Right.
So
It's
I think
not.
that you're still relying on the lure a little bit. But yeah, I think we should probably put her up for now. We're gonna lose her. So we're gonna put her back in the cage
Sure.
and take a little break.
A lot of potential for sure.
Yeah, I think we have to look at it a little bit more as luring.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Oh, good.
Even if it doesn't know, that's part of training.
So that's easy.
So wait till he's
Yep,
done
yeah.
eating before you ask.
If you hear me going, nom, 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 I'm just
It
translating
means
what
the
you're
same
saying.
thing. Aww.
So cute.
And can we do a spin?
Yes.
Okay. You come.
Nom, 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 nom.
No. Come. Step up.
Give more time for her to finish eating before you ask for the next time.
I see a pattern.
Yeah.
Okay. Come.
So show the treat.
I mean, I haven't done it yet.
Good job.
Whoa, double click.
That's me. I didn't see that you had to click already, so I was like...
So I do think that she requires more luring, so I think that you're going to have to show the treat initially to get the behavior and then phase it out.
Are you clicking?
It's the exact same. Yeah. It's on you though.
That's how you make it.
I'm used to people not out like being ready for it like you are, but you proved me twice in a row that you're ready, so. Nice.
Good. That was a great one without the food in view.
And you were able to slightly increase the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I understand what the game is.
Take away that
So if you
opportunity.
experience failure, you push too far too fast, go back to what was last working and slowly rebuild it from there. Perfect. Yeah. Here, I'll take the paintbrush from you. Because what was happening is you were treating and possibly cueing at the same time. As a target stick, you were in her bubble or his bubble or whatever we decided. And so was the target stick. And so it can be misleading because she's engaged in the training and she's like, do I get the food? Do I get the stick? And so there's sometimes it'll happen really quickly where they're like,
Right.
So I'll just set it here for now.
Sure, can you come?
It took Blueberry like a year and a half before it was obvious. Yeah.
And there's some color mutations where they change differently than others.
Yeah.
So you have to base, if it's like
Go.
bright pink,
Ellie.
then like not the rusty brown that it's female, it's bright pink. It's super weird.
We might be losing motivation.
She doesn't look super hungry, but
Can
it's
you
super
spin?
cute.
That sounds amazing.
Okay, so be cautious, and this is so perfect because you guys are both getting to see each other make the same mistakes. I don't think it's a mistake yet, but be cautious that you're asking for more difficult behavior and she refuses and you follow up with something easy.
And that was a really big bite. Like you let her nibble on that for a good go.
So-
that shouldn't have been a jackpot. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was easy. Sure.
But I haven't been looking for it specifically with you, but I don't think it's a pattern yet, but make sure it doesn't
Just be mindful.
become a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see that she's not receptive, then just wait, kind of reset, and then try it again.
You come. Nice go.
Lure a little bit.
Come.
Oh,
Did you
so
switch hands?
cute.
Nice go.
Yeah, you did switch
Did you
hands.
switch hands?
Yes.
That goes back to speaking with an accent that I was talking about.
Oh, I find that look different.
You come.
I think we're losing
Yes.
You want the millet.
There we go. And that was good. I wouldn't have clicked on that either.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't perfect. Well,
No.
yeah, just let me hang up for a second.
Okay.
But you still give the treat because she did do it. But the click is taking a picture of that exact moment you want to see again. So it's not perfect, don't click. And you did a great job with that. You want to probably put her up for now so we don't lose
I
her?
think we're losing
Okay. So yeah, I can take her back in the cage for a little bit. I think Jamie's observation that the flights weren't fully trained yet, we can keep cleaning that up and training it. And think of using the same hand every time for the cue.
Come. Yeah. You're not going to. I can count.
So cute though.
But you're adorable.
Should I?
So worth pointing out, it's the second time where she didn't do a long flight, so you bridged for an easy behavior.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so just be aware that that's a tendency you have, and also be okay that like everybody has a tendency.
Come.
You might change where she's flying
You
from.
could change the environment slightly.
Am I doing it with the right hand? Yes. Okay. You come. Ellie. Yeah, you did it.
Can
This
I
motivation is scary.
Can I see the millet?
Yes.
Let's see. Will you do it for me? Let's see.
She's usually good with other people.
I'm still eating a little bit. You want this? Yeah?
Come on.
Right. So see how I work through the challenge on that? Whereas like I wasn't getting the behavior, so it's almost a lure. And then what happened when I brought this super close, she's like, yeah. And now her mind's like, I'm going to eat that. And then it's like, oh, I got to go get it to eat it.
Oh.
But I connected it now. She's like, she's all in. And I got her attention. So now I'm redirecting how far she has to go to finish that thought process in her mind because she knew she was going to eat food. I'll let you try this one. So try changing things if you're not getting it rather than just getting a step up.
Right.
She's more likely to do it for you than me.
You come.
Nice. So that was a short one. So let's do the next one.
Should I be cooking for like the short ones?
You can click for the short ones, yeah.
You come. Ellie, you come.
She's just so...
You guys are like you guys are pushing so far.
There we go. I'd end on that. So that's a good illustration to part of your question of like if they're disconnected and you can't get it, what do? We try resetting, we troubleshoot, we try maybe a little bit of luring, we try to redirect. Yeah, so she wants to do easy stuff now.
Yeah.
So we'll redirect like, yeah, you could do it for this, you could, here's the treat, show them the treat with your hand, but you want to try doing whatever you can to get that engagement. And that was kind of where I was going to go with the chart of like you want to stop before the unwanted behavior of losing them.
Yeah.
But it's a little too far at this point.
It's hard because it's a lot of troubleshooting.
Yeah.
But I get where you're trying to go with that.
Let's see if we can end with like a couple easy tricks on there. And so before you cue a trick, we're going to do what's called FR2. Are you familiar with these terms? Okay. So FR1, FR just stands for frequency of reinforcement. How often do they get the treat?
Right.
So FR1 means that we get one flight gets one click, and that gets one treat. What we're going to do on the next one, she spins and she does the shake, right? So let's do the cue for the spin. She completes the spin, and then she'll complete the spin, and then you get a click, and then you could then cue another spin and a click before you give the treat, or you could do the shake. So
Ask for
pick two tricks
Right.
before you give the final treat one time.
So you want me to start with one?
So what I would do is I would do spin, click, and wave, click, treat. That's kind of our normal FR2 for our birds.
Okay. You spin? Whoa, not even that.
Aww.
Here,
So sleepy.
step up. That's an easy one.
So remember, he said FR2, so you were supposed to ask 2 easy behaviors for 1 treat.
Right. Can you spin now? No. Okay.
You can do it. You can do it. Tricks in a row. You'll click for each, and then just a treat at the very end of both of them.
Yep.
Okay. Can you spin? Can you shake? There we go.
Nice.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay, so the reason we do FR2, that was perfectly done, is we can increase the motivation without having to increase the hunger.
I think I know like what to do now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that at home you can really play with that motivation. Like that's what I do for Blueberry is I just kind of
There
give.
is a lot more motivation.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
a lot,
The
a
comfort
lot.
level is different, and I think that you'll be able to expand on a lot of the things that we showed you here and be able to catch your own patterns because you're really in tune with that.
Right.
So every time Dave said like, "Oh, you did this," you had a reason behind why you did it, which is
Right.
the important thing, is that you're doing those things intentionally.
Sure.
So I think as long as you feel like you're going home with the tools to be able to progress from here, that
Right.
you're good to go. And just remember, if you're going to work on harder things, to do it when your bird's at the higher motivation. So it's usually at the very beginning of the session instead of at the
Yeah.
end.
Yes.
You're like, ah. Yeah.
This was a pretty unique class. We don't normally, we never teach free flight in a master class, but this one's full of tons of flying tips, obviously for indoor, but just really understand that it's, like I said for Miriam too, it's all about the cleanliness of your cues. So if you're cueing with your right hand, always cue with your right hand. And eventually you could change it up once it's become a perfected trick. You can change that cue, but just make sure you're really clean and consistent with how you do that in the beginning and until it's a known behavior. Just really also bookend with the easy tricks. So your tendency, knowing that your tendency is to like, oh, you don't want to do a long one, let's do something simple. If she's grown to expect that, then push for the hard stuff in the middle or right at the very beginning and then end with something super easy.
Right.
And just make that if you're going to have a pattern, that's a good pattern to have.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think like, oh no, I don't want to do that because the next flight's going to be 10 feet and the one after that's going to be 12 feet, right? And if they're always thinking every interaction is going to push them to like exhaustion, they're going to start to self-regulate and say, I don't want to do flights because she doesn't know when to stop, right? That's like what I've seen people do for 20 years. And so now we really start to focus in on, and it depends on the age of the bird and the type, and this, there's so many variables, but as a general statement, we'll start with something easy like a target or a spin. We'll do the hard stuff, easier, 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 and then really easy at the end.
Okay.
Here you go.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
See, yeah, I kind of need both hands to move around with him.
Go ahead.
I'm just milking this.
It's already filming. Yeah. Come on, babe.
Do this one too?
No, she said you need a lot of experience.
A huge thank you to Snake Discovery for hosting our masterclasses here this weekend in Minnesota. If you haven't checked them out, we will leave their link below. But definitely go give them a like and a follow because they have made this weekend possible. And look at these amazing snakes.
Perfect. That was great.